Imperial envoy Zhong Yu arrives at Yumen Pass. His mission is to find out why caravans bound for the western lands keep disappearing in the area. The local governor tells him that they all vanish near a cursed place said to be haunted by ghosts, but Zhong Yu doesn't believe in mysticism. Teaming up with the con artist Cici and the lone avenger Miao Yi, he discovers that barbarians are hiding in the desert. Now all that remains is to come up with a plan to neutralize them. For viewers who don't live in China and aren't familiar with Chinese culture, The Mystery of the Silk may look like a perfectly ordinary, run-of-the-mill historical action film made for online platforms, of which there have been many in recent years. And on the surface, that's true. The plot is built on well-worn tropes and is unlikely to surprise anyone with unexpected twists or deep psychological insight. And yet, in China, The Mystery of the Silk was included on the list of key creative projects of 2024, and it entered production as a priority project for Shaanxi province. Why such an honor? The reason is that the story revolves around silk caravans, through which the Han Empire built relationships with its neighbors and expanded its borders. At that time, Shaanxi was the center of silk production. It was where the Silk Road began. As a result, silk in the film is not just fabric transported from point A to point B, not a simple narrative MacGuffin, but a symbol of statehood, an important political resource worth dying for. And the film as a whole becomes a kind of parable about the idea that what made China great was not slogans on baseball caps, but the great deeds of ordinary people. What does this offer non-Chinese viewers who want to watch The Mystery of the Silk simply as a historical action movie? Honestly, not all that much. The respect with which silk production is portrayed in the film doesn't easily translate into dramatic substance. Everything still boils down to bad barbarians trying to make life miserable for the Han people, and good Chinese heroes who, over the course of the story, not only cleanse the land of brazen invaders but also avenge their fallen compatriots. The sets will feel familiar to anyone who watches Chinese historical films with any regularity, as much of the movie was shot in well-known studio pavilions. At the same time, it's clear that the filmmakers had a bit more breathing room in terms of budget than many of their peers. At the very least, the action scenes are staged and executed at an above-average level. The costumes don't look like they were cobbled together from community theater storage rooms, and the lead roles went to recognizable faces from genre cinema. Mark Du has long since grown beyond his early reputation as an Andy Lau lookalike into a fully independent actor, while the striking Xuan-Ru as Cici continues to gain confidence and credibility in genre films, proving she's more than just a random starlet getting roles for her looks and impressive figure. The Mystery of the Silk is not the kind of film that calls for an in-depth analysis. At the end of the day, it fits squarely within the quality range typically delivered by mid-budget genre films made for streaming platforms. But it's one of those cases where the movie comes with at least some historical and cultural grounding, and that alone makes its existence feel a bit more meaningful.